Hello, y'all sports fans. Welcome back to Clint City, baby. My name's HipHoppa, and you are watching a special edition of Hoppa's Hip Tips, baby. So, enjoy. I've been wanting to do this episode for a while, and yeah, it just, you know, this is as good a time to do it as any now that the market is so effing effed up, and just, yeah, there's so much going on financially in UR, and we need to talk about it. We need to break it down, and that's what your boy HipHoppa is here to do. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we'll see how it works out. We're gonna play the wheel a little bit too, have some fun, and do it, baby. So anyway, yeah, basically, if you look up here in the corner of my screen on my little profile here, you'll see the different. There are currently 4 different types of currencies here in Urban Rivals, and we've got and honestly, there are really only 2 types of currency. I will argue that there are 2 types of currency, but we'll get into that. So first of all, up there you see Clint's. I have 95 friggin' million. I have been doing a little wheeling and dealing lately. And basically, so there was that Xerpes black market mission a little while back, and I was able to sell a bunch of Xerpes. I didn't do the black market mission, okay, but I did sell, I think, 4 of my Xerpes or something like that, and got enough to basically buy all the rest of the CR cards that I didn't have. So now I have all the CRs. And now I'm trying to liquidate a few cards so that I can buy my friggin' General MT, and then I'm out of here, baby. No, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that was kind of like my final goal, I guess, is to get that General MT, and because I basically want to have. My goal has always been to basically have 1 copy of each of the playable cards in the game, right? I just want to have like all the cards available to me that I need to play, you know what I mean? So that's kind of been my goal. But anyway, back to the lecture at hand. So Clint's are your basic currency, and honestly, I would argue that Clint's are completely worthless. They are 100% worthless. And you're saying, but HipHoppa, you can buy cards with Clint's. And yeah, that is true. At least at the present time, until the black market missions completely destroy the market, which I'm kind of thinking they will. But yeah, you can buy cards on the market with Clint's, but think of it this way. I tried to explain it to my boy Mr. Richards earlier this week. He's only missing what is it? Cannibal Joe and the 2 sisters from Pussycats, Manon and Scarlet, right? So those are the only 3 cards he doesn't own. And he was saying to me, like, he was saying, well, I could probably liquidate a bunch of cards and buy one of the sisters, but I'm afraid that as soon as I did that, as soon as I bought her value would drop, right? And I was like, who cares? Dude, who cares? You've got the card. Like, that's the important thing. Because, I mean, basically, unless you're trying to turn around and sell that card, it doesn't matter what the Clint's value is, right? All that matters is you have the card. If you're collecting the card, you've got it, right? And I mean, to illustrate my point further, basically, I mean, think about if my friend Mr. Richards did complete his collection, okay? Once you have every card in the game, what are Clint's worth? Nothing, right? They're worth nothing. I mean, you've got all the cards in the game, right? So that's why I say Clint's are useless. But of course, you need Clint's early in the game. you need to build up your collection and all that stuff. But I wouldn't worry too much about Clint's values going up and down and that kind of stuff, because they're, especially now with black market missions, everything's crazy. Everything's just friggin', you can't even predict what's going to happen, what's not going to happen these days. So just keep that in mind with Clint's. They're pretty much worthless. Especially, like I said, especially as you advance in the game and you get like a huge collection. You can think about it in, even like real money in the real world is basically worthless, right? I would illustrate that by saying, I guess the difference between the real world and the Urban Rivals world here is that in Urban Rivals, it's actually, gaining the entire collection is actually possible, right? It's actually possible to do that. And once you do that, Clint's are worthless to you after that, right? You might need like $1 million or so to keep around, just in case you need to buy new bloods or things like that. But like, really, other than that, you don't need those Clint's anymore. But in the real world, obviously, like, you're never going to be able to buy like everything in the world, right? You're never going to be able to own everything in the world. That's not the case in Urban Rivals. You can, you can own all the cards, and in fact, multiple players can own all the cards. You know what I mean? It's not even like only one player can do it. You know what I mean? So those are Clint's, okay? And then the next currency. The next three currencies, honestly, are just, they're basically the same, and I'll explain why. So you have credits, right? Credits are basically just, the credits just sit there and are basically waiting to be converted into cards, right? That's all they do. Credits just sit there, and until you spend them, they're potential cards in waiting, right? So as soon as you spend those Clint's, you get cards. And I would say the same thing about cryptos, right? Cryptos are the other currency you see there. I have 135 cryptos at the moment because I just spent 15 grand on crypto packs in the last little sale that we had. But yeah, so crypto packs, again, or crypto coins, again, are just sitting there, they're just potential cards, in this case CR cards, right? Because you buy collector packs and get CR cards in those. But cryptos, again, are just potential cards in waiting, right? They're just sitting there, and until you activate them, they don't really do anything, right? But you can convert those into cards, directly into cards, just like you can with creds. And lastly there, we have tickets. As you can see, I have 0 right now. But those are used to spin on the wheel, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. And basically, again, those, I guess tickets are a little bit of a hybrid, because they can be potential Clint's, but they can be converted into Clint's, but they can also be converted into cards as well. So they're kind of a hybrid currency. But really, the only two things you really need to worry about in this crazy UR world is Clint's and cards. Okay, those are the two things that make the UR world go around. You know what I mean? And like I said, Clint's are worthless, and cards are friggin' gold. Cards are the most important thing in the game. If you have cards, you have power. Cards are power, okay? And if there's one thing I want you to get out of this whole video, it's that cards are everything in this game, and Clint's are really worthless, honestly. So, oops, come back. Alright, so anyway, so those are the 4 different types of currencies currently. Cryptos, they used to have like gold, silver, and bronze tokens instead of crypto coins. And those were basically just like they had all the different CRs broken out into categories. Like the bronze ones were the less valuable ones. The silver ones were, you know, semi-valuable, and then of course the gold ones were the big five, and a bunch of other expensive ones basically. And so they had different levels of tokens that you could save up to buy those different types of collectors. Now they've basically just combined all that into crypto coins, so there's just one generic thing, and it's one big pool of collector cards in those crypto packs as well. So, it's more of a it's much more random now than it used to be, because because you used to be able to collect like a bunch of gold tokens and target those expensive CR cards. Now, basically, I just suggest you wait until they have like a ×5 drop rate or something on big fives. Those are generally the times you want to spend your cryptos. But anyway, what else? So those are the basics, and now let's go over to the wheel. Actually, I'm gonna go to the wheel here, and let's friggin' I'm just gonna start spinning. I have 99 spins out of 50. Is that what that says? Okay, I guess I spent one once. Anyway, so I'm just gonna be spinning here while I'm talking, and I hope I can talk and spin at the same time. We'll see if that works out. But anyway, yeah. So back a while ago, before Urban Rivals, so it used to be owned by a different group of people. I guess Acute Games used to be owned by a different group of people, and go away. All right. What did we get here? We got a friggin'... Man, I can't believe how long these spins take. Holy crap! We got a snore car for 10,000 clints. Yay us. Okay. Anyway, so a different group owned the Acute Games before the current management, before Goralian and Saga took over. Oh, we got a rare. What did we get? We got friggin' DR6. Yay! And go away. Okay. So before the current management took over, I remember basically CR cards. Diego CR was like 5,000, cost like 5,000 clints basically, and we got an uncommon. Okay, we got Hermosa Exolande, and when he was 5,000 clints, that's back when they decided to raise the floor on CR cards. What do we get here? Got Kubra. Okay, another common. And basically they decided to raise the floor on CRs and basically say, oh, CRs are worth 50K now or something like that, right? Kate would buy your CR cards for 50K now, and so now crap cards like Diego CR were now worth 50 just because staff said so, right? Which doesn't make any damn sense. Because what did we get here? 5,000 clints. Okay, cool. And so yeah, so now all of a sudden Diego CR was worth 50K clints or something, instead of 5,000. And it's like, no, he's worth 5,000. That's what people were willing to pay for him. But then staff suddenly said, oh, all CRs are worth at least 50K. Kate will buy your CRs for at least 50K. Oh, we got a rare. What do we get? Wild. Okay, cool. Don't give me wild. Give me friggin' Enigma or some shiz. Anyway, so that was kind of the deal, and then they kept raising that floor, and idiots everywhere rejoiced and were like, "Oh, look, we have our CR cards are worth all this money now, yay us!" Right? And again, this is a case of Clint's are worthless. Clint's are honestly worthless. We got a Boogamon here, and because again, it's so arbitrary. Staff just said, just raised the prices on all these cards arbitrarily. And that's not how a friggin' free market works. And I'm an American, and I like my free markets. I like my freedom, and I like the free markets. But this is a European game, and they don't exactly see things my way. And it's their game anyway, so they can do whatever they want. We just got 100 friggin' cryptos here. And, but they decided to start raising the prices, and of course, that just causes inflation, okay? It started inflating prices all across the board, and, what are we going to get here? Common, rare, common, uncommon, I don't know, a ticket. So basically, what you're trying to do here is get a ticket, okay? Because that lets you spin on the super wheel, where you can win the real prizes, you know what I mean? We got a Brompa Noel here, we're going to keep spinning. And you want to just keep spinning until you get a ticket, basically, is the deal here. But that's probably the best prize on this wheel. Unless, of course, you get a rare card that's like an Enigma or, a Griffin Moore or something like that. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, I almost got a ticket. Just because staff says your card's worth this much money doesn't mean it's worth that much money. That's why I say don't really pay so much attention to the Clint's prices, because it just doesn't, especially these days. Things are so crazy right now due to black market missions, and we'll talk about that here in a second too. But anyway, so they started raising the prices on all these CR cards and things, which raised prices overall. What did we get there? 10,000 Clint's. Okay, so we got our money back on that spin. And basically, just inflation started to get ridiculous, right? And that's when staff introduced the wheel, which we're spinning on right now. And I actually like the wheel because it's a Clint's sync. And we got a common card. What do we get here? Lacasse. Okay. Because there has to be a way in the game to get rid of Clint's. Because, staff, every time they give you a Clint's prize or a Clint's, whatever in DT, you get the jackpot or whatever, you win a DT and you get a bunch of Clint's. Anytime you're getting Clint's from either missions or other prizes, oh, we got bankrupt, we lost our 10,000 Clint's, boo-hoo. So anytime that happens, you get, the staff's basically just printing money, right? They're just like pulling it out of their butts and saying, here's some money, right? Which of course, it's just like if our government were to print a bunch of money, right? And say, there's Katrina. If the government prints a bunch of money, like it's basically worthless, right? And that's what staff does every time they inject Clint's into this system. And that's the other thing I want you to get out of today's video, is that Clint's coming into the system is bad. Clint's leaving the system is good. And that's kind of what, we got another common card. What is it? Orion. Okay. That's what the wheel does, is it gets Clint's out of the system. It converts them into cards. And that's the other thing I want you to know, is cards coming into the system is good for the game. It's good for the players. And cards leaving the system via Kate, right? She basically just shreds cards. Anytime you sell cards to Kate, you're just shredding those cards, essentially. What do we get here? Benicio, an uncommon. Sweet. And you're basically, and that's bad. That's bad for players. It's very bad for players. Anytime cards are shredded by Kate, It's a bad deal. And that's why I hate black market missions. But we'll get to that in a second. So basically, what the wheel does here is it... Oh, we got a rare. Is it Enigma? No, it's Jimmy. Friggin' Jimmy. Alright. So basically, the wheel... and when it was introduced, prices of cards started going down and down and down. And that's a good thing. That's great for players, okay? Because we're all trying to collect the cards. The lower the prices, the better. But when they did that, when they introduced the wheel, and it started doing that, started lowering prices. What do we get here? An uncommon T-Shern. Sweet. When it started lowering all those prices, all these idiot players, no offense guys, but all these idiot players started complaining to the staff that, oh, my collection value's gone down. Again, your collection value does not matter. Clint's values do not matter. They go up, they go down. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, we got a common. It's Brutox. Okay. Yeah, so they started complaining to the staff that, you know, the wheel was ruining the game or whatever, right? And it's not. Because look at it this way. Say your Clint's, you know, your Clint's value when prices were all inflated. Say your Clint's value of your collection was, you know, 500 mil. Okay. Oh, we got a rare. Is it Enigma? No, it's Xiao Shu. All right, that's cool. Xiao Shui. I don't know. Anyway, but like if your collection was worth 500 mil with all the inflation going before, and then the wheel dropped it to like 100 mil, it doesn't matter because your buying power also increases when the prices go down, right? So what did we get? A common? Oh, we got a rare. It's Taylor. All right. So I mean, it doesn't matter. The only people that benefited from the inflation were people who sold their cards during that time, and then kept the Clint's, and now when prices went down, you know, they benefited, right? Those are the only people that benefited. You did not. Oh, we got 300 cryptos. You did not lose anything because the value of your collection went down. Okay, because your buying power went up at the same exact rate. Do you understand that? So, you know, because, you know, your collection value went down, but at the same time, prices of cards went down, so your buying power went up, okay, by the same margin. What do we get here? Stenmark, okay. So those players complaining about the wheel were complaining about nothing. They don't get it, and I hope you get it, and that's why I'm trying to explain this to you, okay? Oh, we almost got a ticket. And so, common card, it's Cleo. And so basically, so staff, for some reason, listened to those players and were like, oh, well, and they introduced friggin' black market missions. Now, black market missions are the worst thing for the game that I've seen in all my 11 years of playing this friggin' game. And, oh, we got a common. We almost got the ticket, but we got a friggin' common, and it's Minerva. Alright. Because basically it just gives staff, like, it gives staff all power. And I don't understand, like, why Saga and company just, they love to micromanage this game. The management before them, what did we get here? 10,000 Clint's? Sweet, we got our money back. The management before them was fine to just have a market and kind of let it be. But for some reason, Saga and them, you know, did all this floor raising of CRs, and that kind of screwed things up. And then they introduced the wheel, which kind of got things back to normal. But then now they've got these black market missions that basically just let them, at will, just say, oh, this card's worth this much money. I mean, basically, like, they just have complete control over the market now. And that's bad. It's just bad for the game because, as an example, I'll just the recent one they did was sell to. Oh, we got an uncommon mock. Okay, sell two Seraphinas to get 30 million Clint's, right? So basically, what they did there was they basically said, hey, Seraphina is worth 15 mil, right? They just arbitrarily said she's worth 15 mil now. And it's like, no, she's not worth 15 mil. She's worth whatever people were paying for her prior to that happening, right? Because that's what the market said. The market said she was worth, well, we got Katie. The market said she was worth however much she was worth at that point, which was, and then staff came along and said, nope, she's worth 15 mil. Boom, there you go. Like, does that make any sense at all? Like that something's worth something just because staff said it is? That's ludicrous. For example, say you were car shopping. We just got 200 cryptos there. Say you were car shopping, right? You were looking at like Honda Accords, right? And you had like $5,000 in your pocket, and you're like, I'm gonna buy me a Honda Accord. So you're going around looking at different Honda Accords, comparing them to other cars like some Volkswagens or whatever, and all of a sudden, while you're doing that, Honda says, "Oh, hey, guess what? Our Accords sell for 21,000 now. They sold for 5,000 before, but now all of a sudden they're worth 21,000." And you're like, what would you do? Would you be like, "Oh, gee, it's worth 21,000"? No, you'd go, screw you guys, right? I'm just gonna go buy another car, a different car. I mean, the car has not changed at all, one bit. It's still the same car, same number are produced, same materials are used, and now they've just suddenly like inflated the price for no reason. That's what staff essentially does every time they do a black market mission. Econ. That's essentially what they're doing. And it's bad. It's just bad for the game. It's just like, as you can see, the market is just crazy right now. You can't predict. It makes it completely unpredictable, right? So, and basically the black market is the market now. We got a Dorothy. I predict that the market will basically just go away, or players will just stop using it altogether, because and I think once we do that, staff kind of wins, right? They control everything. Then they control the entire market, and that's what the black market is doing. And maybe they want to do that. Maybe they finally realized, hey, you know what? The market doesn't really benefit us at all. It only benefits the players, and so we're going to destroy the market, right? I don't know if they're really that diabolical, or if they're just plain dumb and don't know what the hell they're doing. But either way, they're screwing up the game with friggin' black market missions. So, my advice to you is just do not, if you can help it. I know these black market missions are tempting, and they can be a means to an end. I did munch to, I did do the Seraphina mission. I feel kind of crappy about it, but I did munch 2 Seraphinas, and we got a Sparkle. And Kate basically just shredded those, and they're into the nether or whatever, right? They're gone now. They're out of the system. They're out of the game. And like I said, anytime cards leave the system, that's bad for players. You're basically giving your power to the staff when you do that. Okay? What do we get here? Friggin' Miss Jiggy. Oh my gosh, she's so sexy. Anyway, continuing on. So yeah, honestly, that's the deal. And I wasn't a big fan of the wheel. Like, I was like, other people can spin on the wheel. I'll let other people spin on the wheel. But now I'm kind of like, you know what? More people need to spin on the wheel, because that's what's going to friggin' save the market. Black market. But honestly, I don't think I don't think it can. I don't think it can save us from the black market. You know, it's just it's not enough people are spinning on the wheel to make it really to counteract what's happening on the black market right now. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. Oh, we got a free spin, yay! So we just wasted that entire time to get a free spin. Anyway, so those are my current thoughts. You know, I really don't like. I don't like what the black market's doing to the game, especially for new players. You know what I mean? Imagine being a new player now. You come into this game, and you look at these. We got an uncommon. What's that? XU drone, Exulande. You know, a new player comes into this game, and it's like, you know, they see, you know, General CR for like going for nearly 200 mil, and they're like, well, I'll never have that card, right? I mean, that's got to be discouraging. You know what I mean? But honestly, I think staff. We got an uncommon. Oh, we got Galrock. Sweet. Honestly, I think staff just basically, they just want. I think the model they're trying for here is basically just get cards into the system with packs. They just want to sell packs constantly, sell packs. What did we get here? Nabo, cool. And right, they just want cards coming into the system via packs because they make money that way, and they want all those cards immediately, as many cards as possible, leaving the system at the same time and getting shredded by Kate. And that way, people have to just keep pumping money into packs to get more and more cards, right? And then getting rid of cards. I think that's basically the model they're going for right now. And Antoine, and just know that you as a player, your power in this game is cards. The cards you have those. They're yours, and that gives you at least a little bit of power versus the staff. But as soon as you give all your cards to the staff, as soon as you give them to Kate, then staff owns you basically, right? And the only way for you to get, we got an uncommon, Harleen, and the only way for you to get any power back is to buy packs. And so again, you're at the mercy of the staff. So that's the current way things are right now, and I hope that makes sense to you. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer them. What do we got here? A rare. We got Fisher, Exulande. Yes, I'm just going to do my 50 spins here, and then we'll see kind of where that lands us. What time is it anyway? 12:21. Okay, cool. So we'll do a few more spins here. Got some cryptos. So yeah, that's the state of the game right now. I'm not really happy about it. I haven't been playing a whole lot, as you've noticed. You know, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's time for the game to die. I don't know, man. It's just in a really weird state of affairs right now, and I'm not a fan. We got a common. We got Vivian. But yeah, the wheel's great here. You know, you're converting Clint's into cards, basically, right? And that's, like I said, that's good for the game. That causes, you know, the more cards that get into the system, the better it is for players. It lowers the prices of cards overall, and that's what we want, right? We want low prices so we can all work on our collections, right? And make the market work for us, right? But staff doesn't want that. They want their black market to be the thing, and they want to kill our market basically, and they're doing it. And the more you give cards to Kate, the more you're helping out the staff to crush the market. Ooh, we got a rare. Come on, baby. Rockwall. Alright, that's decent. So there you go. There's my little rant. There's my conspiracy theories. Oh, my friggin' do-rag's coming off here. Fetch. Yeah, I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me Alex Jones if you want, right? Call me crazy conspiracy theorist guy. But I think you can see what's happening. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? If things keep going the way they're going, that's exactly where they're going, where I said they are going. So, I think I made my case. And we just got another rare, Exolande. It's El Matador. And, yeah, I'm going to keep spinning here for a little while. See if I can get that ticket. And, if I do, then maybe I'll come back and show it to you here. Show you a spin on the big wheel, on the big boy wheel. But anyway, guys. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't mention that they've limited the spins now on the wheel. So I think that's contributed a little bit to the wheel not being as effective as it was once, because people used to be able to spin this thing all damn day, and now we got tunned. Now you can only spin it 50 times, and then you have to go fight to get another 50 spins. And I think that kind of discouraged a lot of people from spinning on the wheel. And again, staff, I don't think that they don't like the wheel, right? Because it goes against their black market missions. We got a free spin, Exolande. Oh baby, I just got the ticket, baby. Oh my gosh, that didn't take long at all. That was less than 100 spins. So let's go to the ticket wheel now and spin this bad boy, shall we? Yeah. Alright. Come on, baby. Big money. Big money. Whatevs. You know what? I'm going to be happy with whatever we get. So, jackpot? Nope. Rare? Oh, we got a rare. Okay. Whatevs. That's probably the worst thing you can get on here. We got Murphy. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Okay. That's hilarious. Check it out, guys. We just got a carry-in. That's probably my best card today that I got off of the wheel here. Got a pair of ARN 2000s. Nothing huge, but hey, there you go. I did all y'all a solid. I burned some clints for you, so that helps all of us players. But more importantly, you've been tipped, baby. Now you got the scoop, and you know it's true because your boy HipHoppa said it. So anyway, just remember, don't give cards to Kate. Cards are king, clints are crap, and just the jackpot's at friggin' 7.5 mil. Go spin the wheel, guys, quick. Someone get that. Anyway, my name's HipHoppa, of course, and you've been watching Hoppa's Hip Tips Special Edition. This has been Urban Rivals Economics 101, and I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please like, subscribe, leave a comment on the video, and share the video with your friends, family, guildmates, and loved ones. And I will see you all a little later, baby. Yeah. Gonna go get me some more spins, you know what I mean?